By this time, poor Gathergold was dead and buried. His wealth, which was body and spirit of his existence, had disappeared before his death. So Gathergold was very rich man, and when he died before his death, his whole wealth was already finished. Since the melting away of his gold, it had been generally agreed that there was no great likeness after all between the ruined merchant and the majestic face upon the mountain. So slowly people came to know that it was no likeness of this great stone face and the merchant who died there. It so happened that another son of the valley had become a soldier many years before. After a great deal of hard fighting, he was now famous commander. So after his death, another man came there, and he was a soldier and the man of the same valley, and he has fought a fighting battle, and after that he had become a famous commander. He was known on the battlefield by the name of the Blood and Thunder. He was so brave that he was known as a Blood and Thunder. Old and tired now, he had lately expressed a desire to return to his native valley. The inhabitants, his old neighbors and their grown-up children, prepared to welcome the renowned commander. So when they came to know that he is coming back, all were ready to welcome him. They were ready to welcome the commander. It was being said that at last the likeness of the great stone face had actually appeared. And after this, all started saying that the resemblance of a person of great stone face is going to come. Therefore, great therefore was the excitement throughout the valley, and many people who had never once thought of glancing at the great stone face now spent much time in gazing at for the sake of knowing exactly how great stone face looked and how the general Blood and Thunder looked. So here, when they heard that he resembles like a great stone face, people also started coming and gazing at the mountain in order to know all the features of the great stone face, in order to match that face with the commander. On the day of the general arrival, when he arrived, Ernest and all the other people of the valley left their work and proceeded to the spot where a great banquet had been prepared. So when they came to know, the inhabitants, all the people came to know that the soldier is coming, the general is coming, so all left their houses and to meet him. And they went to a place where the banquet means the party or the feast was arranged for him. Soldiers stood on guard, flags waved, and the crowd roared. So the place where the banquet was settled, everywhere soldiers were standing and the flags were hosting there. Ernest was standing too for back to see Blood and Thunder's face. So this Ernest also was standing there, only just to look at his face, look at the face of Blood and Thunder. However, he could hear several voices. "It's the same face exactly," cried one man, dancing for joy. So many were looking at him, and one of them cried that he resembles like great stone face. "Wonderfully like it." "That's a fact," replied another. "Yeah, it is very wonderful, and it is a fact that it was told." "And why not?" cried the third. "He is the greatest man of this or any other age beyond a doubt. He is the greatest person of this valley, and beyond any doubt, he is known by his work." Ernest at last could see the general's face, and in the same glance to the side, he could also see the great stone face. So this Ernest, he was looking at general, once he was looking at great stone face. And what did he found? If there was such a likeness as the crowd proclaimed, Ernest could not recognize it. So he said, as people are proclaiming or declaring that he looks like great stone face, I don't find this. "Fear not, Ernest," said his heart. as if the great stone face was whispering to him, "Fear not, Ernest, he will come." Suddenly he felt a voice appearing in his heart and saying that, "Fear not, if he is not that, he will come. One day he will come and you might see him." So with this we end this chapter, and I hope you like this story, and please do see and watch the story and learn the word meanings and prepare a gist of the chapter.